welcome to another TSN Sandbox guide. In this guide I'm going to go through how to download and install the TSN Sandbox itself. I've come to this website here, the terranstellarnavy.net website. It's our TSN RP community website, and I've created a link on this site for you to use to be able to download the actual sandbox straight from GitHub in a zip file. So once I get to this site, all the files that you'll need are in the TSN expansion. So if you click on that menu item, it will load you into the TSN command uplink. This is all in character. Obviously we're a roleplay community, so we've tried to keep as much of it in character as possible. This part here, the console software upgrade link, gives you a full upgrade file and a patch only file. That's for the actual TSN RP mod. You'll need that to be able to play the TSN Sandbox, because the Sandbox uses additional assets and additional ships that it references. So you need to have that mod installed already. You can find another video that I've created where that mod is already, where I talk through how to install that mod. The one that you want for the TSN Sandbox itself is this new link here. It's under CIC software. We call our Game Masters Command and Control Officers, so we shorten it to CIC. And it's this control software. I've put in brackets TSN Sandbox to make it really clear which one it is. If you click on that, you'll get a download link for the TSN master.zip. You can save that to your computer and it will finish downloading it to your downloads folder or another folder of your choice. Right, once you've done that, if you find the folder, and it should look like this. So it's just a zip file, so it's a compressed folder, and inside there is the actual sandbox itself. It's already named, and it'll be the most up-to-date version that I've sent to GitHub, so it will upload every time I update it, and it will automatically update that zip that you can then download. Alright, once I've got to this point, I can click the zip and extract it just by moving across to my desktop or into my file, and then I can get rid of the actual sandbox master file. I'll no longer need that. Obviously it's a good idea to go on and to get the most recent version if you are setting up for a group or something like that, because there's usually the latest bug fixes in there or a couple of new features. So I'm going to delete that there. And then the next job is to move that into my actual Artemis folder. Now I've dragged it onto my desktop so you can see where it is. You'll have to find it. It's usually in your C drive. If not, you can install it basically anywhere that you want on your computer. I've just put the whole folder on the desktop for this tutorial. So in here, when I find this folder, there's my Artemis executable file, the application itself. I want to go into the DAT file, and in there I need to go into the missions file. Alright, I've already actually set up the folder. I'm going to delete that so I can show you the full process. So once I'm in the missions file, I need to create a new folder. So I'm going to right click and get a new folder, and then the folder name has to match my TSN Sandbox file, XML file exactly. So I need to include all the correct capital letters and the hyphen in there as well as the underscore. Alright, once I've got that and I've double checked that it matches exactly, I can open the folder and then drag and drop it in there, and it's all set to go. Right, the next job is to load up my Artemis game. So I need to go back here. I would double click my Artemis executable and I'd open the Artemis game itself. So I already had it preloaded here with the sandbox pre-installed. When you go into your mission selection, so if I go back to this main screen, this is what you come up with in your server control screen. You need to go into scripted game, and in there you'll have the TSN Sandbox. If you have other mission files, it may not come up first. You just have to scroll through to be able to find the TSN Sandbox. Don't worry about the difficulty level. The sandbox itself actually sets that difficulty level. You'll need your players to configure the ship itself. So ship 1 has to have a specific name at this point. Hopefully with future updates I'll be able to code it so that we can have any name, but at the moment it has to have a specific name. So does ship 2, so does ship 3. You can find those specific names in the Sandbox forum post that I created on the Artemis forums. Right, so I'm going to quickly configure this ship, and ship 1 is named the TSN Sabre. Doesn't matter which class I choose or which drive I choose. I could set it to its actual class, which is the Ares class. So these are all ships from the actual TSN RP mod, which you'll likely be familiar with if you've already used the mod. Okay, so I've got the TSN Sabre, I've configured it, and I'm going to be the game master. So I've selected a game master console. I'm just going to turn the sound down when it starts. Right, once I've done that, I can click start game on the server, and you'll notice that when it starts you'll get a pop-up message. The initializing ship systems message shows you some of the key information. So 7.4 is the version of Artemis. The 20 is the year that this sandbox version was created. The 01 is the month, and the 25 is the day. So this was created this year on the 25th of January. Alright, so you can always check that you've got the latest version by referencing the GitHub as well. You'll notice that no ship is actually spawned when it started. That's because you can run as ship 2 or ship 3 without having to run ship 1. I'm just going to keep it simple. I'm just going to run ship 1 as TSN Sabre, and then hit ready to play. That will spawn the ship, and then the sandbox is ready to go. This activate GM mode. If it's not there, if you wait about a minute, it will reappear. It does cycle every so often. That's just in case that you're not on the game master screen or you've not loaded in when it's appeared straight away, so it does cycle through. So like I say, you just have to sit and you have to wait. You see it's disappeared and it's come back on, and it'll keep doing that until you're ready to activate. I can click the activate sandbox. I can choose where I want them to start, so I'm going to start them. I don't actually want them to start them there. I want to go back. I'm going to choose, let's go for Promethean Sector 2, so they can start Promethean Sector 2 and drop them at DS75. And that's it. That's everything that you need to know on how to install and get set with the TSN Sandbox. I hope that was interesting. I hope it was useful. Check out my other videos. I've got different guides about all the different menus in the TSN Sandbox, and I try and keep updating them with new information. I also continually work on the TSN Sandbox, adding new features, changing things, fixing things. So keep an eye out for any updates. Like I say, it's always best to go on to GitHub, download the latest version of the sandbox, and just drag it across and drop it, and you'll always have that latest version. Right, thanks for watching. See you next time.